Hello and welcome to another New South Wales Model Rail Productions review. Today we're going to be having a look at the BMT Milk Tank cars produced by SDS Models. Now these models were released in 2014. They have a recommended retail price of $187. They come in packs of 3 and there's 10 different liveries and variants which cover a number of different eras for these wagons. Now they were predominantly used on milk trains, obviously, mainly on the Illawarra and Southern Highlands line. So these have got quite an interesting history, which I've taken from the SDS Models page. The first specialist milk tanks in New South Wales were built in 1934, and this was BMT-1, which is sort of a prototype if you like. And dairy farmers then invested in 16 further tanks which were built on either side of the Second World War. And they were actually built on a variety of underframes and by different manufacturers including Clyde Engineering and Tulloch Limited. So I've got the tanks out of the box, and I probably should have mentioned that this is the 1960s weathered pack, and it's lettered A. SDS did 2 different packs of 1960s weathered tanks, just with different numbers in them. So the numbers of the tank in this set are BMT2, BMT5, and BMT11. As I said, all 3 tanks in this pack are the same, just with different numbers. So we'll have a look at BMT2. Now you can see the diagonal braces here, which were added to these tanks from 1942 to prevent the tank itself from moving on the underframe. The later versions were also fitted with disc wheels, which replaced the spoke wheels. Some of the tanks were replaced. Originally they were 3,000 gallons. Some were replaced with 4,000 gallon versions, but SDS haven't modelled any of these. Now interestingly, these were actually passenger rated vehicles, so they could be attached to passenger trains, and they could even be marshalled behind the guard's van. This was so that they could be quickly detached when they got to Sydney Yard. So starting from the top with the tank, you can see that it's very nicely modelled. The only criticism is these obvious seam lines here. It's probably more obvious on the other side actually. Just there. But a little bit of weathering would hide that, no problem. You can see all of the rivet detail holding on the smaller accessories like these hooks. I could be wrong, but I'm assuming that these are for fitting tail lamps, as these could be marshalled behind the guard's van. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong about that. You can see all of the printing on the side. BMT2, roller bearings, then just the tear weight and roller bearings again on the other end. The underframe detail is excellent. You can see the bogies and brake cylinders and everything modelled under there as well. One other feature that I forgot to mention, but I do really appreciate, is these are fitted with genuine KD couplers. It really does make a big difference. The imitation couplers have got nothing on the real thing, really. There's no substitute for genuine KDs. So on the whole, these are a fairly specialist wagon, as they pretty much only ran on a couple of lines and really only on specialist milk trains. However, if you happen to model one of these areas, or you're just interested in having a few milk tanks on your layout, these are an excellent addition. The detail is extremely good, as we've come to expect from SDS models, and they run very smoothly as well. They've got a good weight to them. Now the retail price is $187, which is $63 per wagon. It's probably getting towards the expensive side for wagons of this size. However, there really is nothing else like these milk tanks. They are quite specialist, as I said, so that justifies the higher manufacturing cost. And if you look around, you might be able to even find a discount like I did. So in conclusion, another excellent model from SDS.